put some music on. Should probably link the music. Maybe I could spell music correctly. Okay, there we go. So we're going to listen to some Lemmings soundtrack. Yes, from Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Let's paste some links here. Oh, that's right. That's right. I gotta get my headphones on. Go. Rest in peace, Grumpy Cat. Okay. I need some diamonds to mend stuff, and I have 2 right now. Do I have an anvil? Yes, I do. Okay. So let's, oh, that finally sprouted. Okay. Very nice. So I've been spending the last few times I've been on here, SpoonCraft server, kind of squaring off the island a little bit. I might do this one over here too, just to make it less jagged. I might do this too, like down the side, so the water's not right there, because the saplings will fall into the water. Yeah. So we're listening to Lemon's original soundtrack, as heard on the. Okay, this is. Do not have license for that, obviously. I don't remember this level. There we go. That's hilarious. I may as well put these down. What the hell? So I'm just reading my phone real quick. I do recognize this track. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get down into the mine here. We're going to do the mining part of Minecraft today, for the most part, I think. I'm not sure if I started digging over this way yet. Hold on, let's... Right, so this way is kind of a dead end. I need a couple of signs or something. sorry. Personal life stuff going on with the messenger here. What's this? Oh, hello. Hopefully I won't run into water again here. It is a fairly narrow island, and it's kind of in the situation where it's full of holes, and the holes are all full of water. Oh boy. Okay, let's just... Oh, hit me up on Twitter, by the way. Transit Biker is my username on there. If you want to just harass me about something I'm doing wrong, message me directly on there if you want. As long as your message is appropriate, I'll respond live on here. So. Ooh, what's going on here? What the heck is a sand crab? I'm so lost. Oh, gotta get that F3 screen up there. Looks like we might be home free, or we might... Oh, that's right. I think it was actually on the Dogcraft server. Ren Dogs. SMP. I'm on Mumbo's SMP right now. Mumbo Jumbo, aka Hermitcraft people. Hiccuping, sorry. I did a random TP or RTP, and one of the RTPs took me next to the deepest ravine I've ever seen in 1.13. It literally went down to 11 block level. It was crazy. Let's skip to the next track here. I'm not really digging this one. Yeah, let's do that one. I don't own that one either. Okay. Sorry about that. I have to do some music management. I do think in the going forward, I'm going to be making that a regular feature of my live streams where ooh, mineshaft, hello. Been there already though, so we're just gonna keep on cruising down. I'm gonna play tracks from classic video games, especially ones that I grew up with, or ones that I particularly enjoy for whatever reason. So yeah, it should be fun for everyone. Okay, it's that. Okay, I know It's that part. Okay. Right. Almost there. Running into some lapis here. I guess I'll collect the lapis. Use it to dye some glass. Grab some iron here. I'm not going to just go after the iron 100% because I'm going after the diamonds too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's a little cave here underneath the mine shaft area, but we're just going to keep on cruising. And here we are. This is going to have to stay over here, actually, because... Not a big fan of the spider spawners. I spent hours playing Lemons. That was a mine shaft up there, actually. I replaced the wood with the cobble. I'm a little bit tired. Just getting over a stomach illness. At least I hope I am. Huh. Let's get some breathing room in here. Just trying to get... I haven't heard the soundtrack in years, and I still know it by heart. One of the most enjoyable and frustrating games ever. Lemmings, check it out. Ooh, mine shaft. I do need some coal. Diamonds! So I'm going to dig down on the side here. I cannot compromise. Whoa. Pardon me. Oh, wait. I don't have a shield. At least I don't think I do. Yes, I do, actually. Oh, interesting area. Oh, hey. Ha! Oh, I'm not sticking around for that fight. And kids, what level is this diamond at? 10! That's why I mine at 10. I guess the skeleton won. It's a big ravine up there. Oh, it goes up here too. Good thing I saw that. Huh. Is there another ravine over here? It's actually more mine shaft. Interesting. I am very quickly running out of torch. Grab some of this. Ooh, more diamond. This might be from the end of the game. I don't remember this one. It's a really long game. Tons of levels. At least it seemed like tons. This is game over. Oh, jeez, cave spiders. Or just a spider. Weird. Church fuel. Now keep in mind, I'm solely fixated on the diamonds here. 12 diamonds. That's not too bad. Ooh. Stone. Now, am I forgetting anywhere here? Now, as you can see, I have actually been down here before. These are all my torches. So I think what I'm going to do is find out where I came in. Was it down here that I came in? Yeah, okay. So we're just going to keep on plowing through here. It's a lot of lightning, thunder. Mm-hmm. I know about gerrymandering. I know all about it. I live in Pennsylvania, man. Have you seen our electoral map, like, before the most recent election? Oh my god. We are the poster child. Woo! 12 dinos. I want to get like a half a stack of diamonds today. That's my goal. Enough to make a full set of armor. Mainly just because it lasts longer. It has like much higher durability. I remember this one, but I don't. I only listened to it like once or twice. I used to do it on 7 brightness, but I switched to 5 just because it just takes up that many fewer torches. If that makes any sense, if that's proper English. It takes up a lot fewer. Oh. I'm under the ocean here. Oh. Broke through. A little bit of damage control here. Alright, so this is one of those weird mini cave things that seem to appear at this block height. So we're just gonna take out. We're just gonna take this water out, but first we gotta take the lava out that's underneath there. Then we fill this in. Okay, let's hope that cave is not flooded, because if it is, we're a little bit in trouble. Alright. Ah, it's a freaking ravine. Oh, this is going to be a problem. At least I only have to block out. Go, and then so I have to fill this in basically, and then once I'm done filling it in, I mine it out, and then no more water. Alright, here we go. Geez, I'm running very, very low on durability on this thing. Can't dig for much longer without repairing it. How much iron do I have? Probably not enough. Ugh, 12 diamonds is not enough. I don't have enough iron on me. Well, I do have some iron ore, so let's smelt that up real quick. First, let's get rid of some of our extra. Oh, that's simple. Okay. Well, now we're just gonna. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna put some coal in here, and we're just gonna. There we go. I should have an anvil with me, but I don't. Okay, so let's. Unfortunately, I can't just. Oops. There we go. That's some good protection. No enchantments, of course. I really need to find some more diamonds pretty soon here, though, because I mean, it's getting kind of ridiculous. Those are just chance finds, basically. Oh, not another one. Jeez. Oh, this one's like tiny compared to the other one, so not too concerned. Let's bring this down here. The reason why I'm keeping that there is because I have to make sure that there's no lava under here. Probably is. Still haven't gotten a new office chair. How am I not in the air bubble? Oh, that was pretty screwed up. All right. Let us continue here. My girlfriend's at work not feeling well. I think she might have the same stomach bug that I had. Sorry, honey. Oh my god, not another one. Oh, hello, fishy. I'll just remove these for you. Okay, let's... There we go. There we go, much better. Wait. Aha. Well done. Oh! Just put a little kibosh on that right there. Oh yeah, the date's wrong. Okay. Thank you for telling me that. I forgot to update it. Hello, Animations and Gameplay. Hello, FGG Fun Good Guy. Hello, Ascendancy. Hello, Raul TGM. Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching. I only have one screen on here, so I don't have two. So if you comment on the live stream chat on YouTube, I won't see it unless I stop and check. I do apologize for that. But I only have one screen to work with. So unless you're willing to pay for another screen monitor for me to use, then that's how it has to be, unfortunately. And this is not even my computer. This is my girlfriend's computer, so I would have to ask her too. And if I did get a second one over here, I would definitely be wall mounting them. One there and one there would be awesome. There we go, much better. Alright, so let's... Ooh, we have enough for a portal. Alright, come on, let's just mine through this. Alright, I'm not really too... Come on. I think this is the continue screen music. You only get like 2 continues in the whole game, so... I think you get awarded a continue for something. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You know what? Screw this. I'm just gonna power through this area because I'm tired of... a little bit tired of that. Just saying. Just saying. You have to make a hole there so the water doesn't keep following me. There we go, much better. Whoa! Ugh. Oh no. There we go. I'm kind of starting to get over this whole mining thing. You know... Hey there! This is the level clear stage. Yeah, I'm not monetized. I don't want your money. I just want you to be kind to each other. If you can do that, then we're all good. Kindness is everything. If you can't be kind, what do you got? Nothing. That's quite a long tunnel that I've dug. Oh my god, another one, of course. You know, I'm starting to get really angry at 1.13. We don't need weird water-filled caves down near the bottom of the world. Like, seriously. Yeah, no X-raying, none of that stuff. You guys gotta follow the rules, you know what I'm saying? Rule following is not just for mindless people that just want, you know, it really isn't, to be honest. Rules are kind of how the world kind of doesn't fall to pieces. Those guys are chatting from the Mumbo Jumbo Discord. You can sign up there. Oh my god. You know, I feel like there's an admin putting these in here. Ooh, lapis. Definitely need that to dye some glass. Phew. Oh. Nah. I found a few early on, but it's been pretty dry since then. Alright, at least there's not like lava and stuff. This I can deal with this. By the way, if you cheat and get banned on a Minecraft server, like, no sympathy at all. Sorry. Like, cheating at Minecraft is like one of the most stupid things you could possibly do. It's supposed to be a fun game. It's not supposed to be like cheaty stuff. Like, what the heck, man? Come on. I never understood cheating at anything. Doesn't matter what it is. I'm gonna drill a little test hole in here and see if there's any diamonds this way. Of course not. Oh, hey, Big Bang Theory finale was last night for those of you who watch. Man, it ticked off all the field boxes, I'm telling you. And I watch Game of Thrones, and I don't think its finale is going to be nearly as good, which kind of sucks, because they have some of the best writers. But I have heard, actually, that they're changing the ending from how they originally wanted it. So the ending in the books is going to be how it originally would have been in the show. Something like that. That way people who watch the show aren't spoiled when they go to read the books. It's going to be slightly different. Which I can respect. But dude, it's been so horrible so far. What the heck? That part I cannot respect. I'm sorry. Just another freaking ravine. I almost don't care. To be careful I don't attract any drowns down here. So I really don't have a way out. Okay, I'm gonna have to go over here now. You know, I haven't been watching the captions down there. I might have been going. I might have went past the mine shaft. That could have been useful. Yeah, I think the water goes a little bit too far. It's like everywhere. Underground, near bedrock. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Is that it? Yeah, that's it for the music. Sorry, folks. That's going to be it for today with the music. Hello, Genius Mind. I'm just checking the chat real quick. Not a lot of people are watching. It's okay, though. I don't watch for me. I don't play the game. I don't do live streaming for me. So basically, everyone is in agreement about 1.14 is a giant barrel of bugs. Should be interesting to see how Mojang pulls this off, because it's pretty bad. It is pretty bad at this point. Okay, so let's just pull back. Ooh, getting the live stream out of the way earlier in the day today. If clean the windows outside a little bit. This air quality around here is so terrible. You know, I've gone quite a few blocks. Yeah, I haven't really found much. So I think, I'm not sure what that was all about. But, why would you even want 1.14 textures? They're all freaking weird and cartoony nonsense. Anyway, that's just my opinion. A lot of people do agree, but that doesn't mean that my opinion is more important than anyone else's. Okay, what is going on here? Why is this? Okay. So we should have it like, you know, there we go. Alright, so not very successful. You can see how much ridiculous nonsense I've had to deal with here with all this. Yeah, so we pretty much a giant failure. Ooh, big yawn. Yeah, I'm just really frustrated here. I don't know. I'm not really sure what to do. I mean, I have my chest plate, but then I only have one diamond after that. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I mean, do you even look at the F3 screen? Do you even realize how long this tunnel is? And a lot of these, I don't want to do a parallel tunnel because of all of the ravines and the stuff in the lava, for example. And I've been around this way a whole lot. There's a mine shaft around here. Oh my goodness. Whew, I got the yawns, I guess. I suppose I could pull one of these things where I go up and around. I guess I could do that. I should say over and around. So my stepson did a spring concert recently. It was pretty cool. They played songs from all different places and movies and stuff. It was really neat. Very proud of him. Kind of cold. So yeah, if you live in Alabama right now, I really feel sorry for you. My heart aches for real, like legit. I don't know exactly what I can do here where I am, but you're definitely not alone. You know, there's other people in other places that care about what you guys are going through right now with this ridiculous legislature. And like the U.S., I mean, there's these extremists that say all this weird nonsense about Sharia law, which isn't anywhere in the U.S. at all. But then they go and try to pass all of these sort of Christian-related laws that supposedly follow scripture in the Bible. What is ISIS again? Right. So religious terrorism, trying to make people. No, that can't be happening here though, right? No, no way, man. Well, it is, and it's creepy and scary and ridiculous and stupid, and our mothers and sisters and daughters and wives and girlfriends deserve better. So, that's why I wear this hat. It is. It's why I wear. Oh, there we go. There's this tunnel, which I think is mine. But for real though, like you can't just force someone to have a child. You can't force someone to carry a child to term, especially if they are A, underage, B, not mentally or emotionally fit, regardless of age, and C, if they don't want to. Because guess what? It's not up to you. That's a really, really difficult concept for a lot of people to grasp, that, like, how I make my tea, like, the government can regulate where the tea comes from. The government can regulate the purity and quality of that tea and the sugar and the milk and the water. They can do that because the government is charged with our safety. It can say, well, we don't want any tea from this country because the tea from there has poisonous fungus on it from too much rain or something. Okay. But the government cannot tell us that we can't drink tea, or how much sugar, water, or milk, or leaves that we put when we make our tea. That is called overreach. Now, governmental overreach. Now, keep in mind, when I say government, I don't mean some weird entity out there in some building down in some place. Like in the U.S. and most democratic countries, the people are the government. We elect people to run things. And I'll tell you something right now about that. Just because we don't agree with something does not mean that we can't talk about it and learn from each other and so on and so forth. But these people are extremists. They don't care. They don't want to learn. They want to just shove their ideology down everyone else's throats. What's that called? Oh yeah, fascism. That's what we call fascism, kids. And it's not cool. You ever heard of Adolf Hitler? Fascist. Ever heard of Mussolini? Fascist. Where are they now? Yeah, so, I mean, people in Germany are still, there are people in Germany right now still that are affected by what the Nazis did during World War II and before. Not just during the war. The Nazis didn't pop up during a war. They caused the war. And I'm just so concerned, especially with young people today. They grow up in this environment where all of these things are just being thrown back and forth, and there's no explanation for any of it from any reliable, reputable source anymore. Yeah, some news outlets that may be mostly neutral, they might have an agenda sometimes, maybe. But I don't have an agenda, so I'll tell you what's going on in this country. So this Kavanaugh guy, he got, approved to go to the Supreme Court. Shouldn't have been, not qualified. And this other dude that Obama wanted on there, Mitch McConnell, said, no, we're not going to hold a vote on his, we're not going to hold proceedings for him to be approved or not approved. We'll just wait until the next president is in office because he's, ideologically more aligned with us. Okay, we like his ideas more than your ideas. That's what Mitch McConnell was saying to Obama. But Mitch McConnell can't decide to do that. So right there, the checks and balances system is broken. So the Kavanaugh guy, and I forget the other dude. I think maybe it's just Kavanaugh. I have no idea. But let's just put this in perspective here real quick. Imagine you have an allergy, and there is a law that's circulating around in different states that says that you can't take medicine to keep from dying from that allergy. And you could be deathly allergic to pollen, which is everywhere. That's what we're talking about. It's the right for people to just live and exist. Governmental overreach is a serious, serious problem. And you can get burned out from listening about all the different opinions and everything. My advice to people who are afraid of getting burned out, just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter how burned out you feel like you're getting. If you tune it out, whatever nonsense is going on, that's what your future is going to be. You have to stick up for your future and the future of people who aren't even around yet. If my stepdaughter accidentally gets pregnant, I don't want her to have to break the law to protect her own, free will. It's just not okay. It's just so not okay on so many levels. And how is it not obvious to people that you can't just trample over people's bodily rights? You can't do that. But here we are, having these laws, all these things that people said would never happen. Here it is happening right now. Oh look, my little oak tree grew up. That's cool. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not party affiliated, which means I can't vote in the I can't vote in the primaries. They have closed primaries here in the great state of Pennsylvania. So it's, I don't know. If we're so awesome and everything is so wonderful and you're so for doing the right thing, why are you not doing that? It's like, oh, the freedom to do this, the freedom to do this. It's like they're not voting for freedom. They're voting against freedom, which I don't understand. Do they not know it? Freedom doesn't mean freedom from the ideas of other people. Freedom means self-determination and being able to say, well, I don't want to do that, and not having to do that. I mean, you can't hurt people and get away with it, but in a sense, that's what these laws are doing. They're hurting people and trying to get away with it, which not only angers me, obviously, but it's just like, what the heck are we doing, What are we doing? What the heck are we doing to ourselves? We're all angry. Everyone's all angry at each other, and it's like, dude, just live and let live. Why? What happened to that? For the religious people, what happened to turning the other cheek and all this? It's like your cheeks are too good to be turned or something now. You have to have these extreme laws. It's either my way or the highway. But guess what? Democracies don't work that way. You can't just have it all the way one side or all the way the other side. You have to find a middle ground. And there are laws that are middle ground regarding abortion. There are. And reproductive rights and all that stuff to do with transgender people and so on and so on. There are tons and tons of things that we can do that are middle ground, but no one's interested in them. Everyone just wants to burn the place down. And, when I say everyone, I mean Republicans, because I don't see any Democrats doing this. I don't see Democrats tossing out the rule of law. I don't. I'm sorry, but I don't. As much as I am not party affiliated, I'm going to have to vote Democrat in the future. I used to vote for all different kind of parties. I've voted Libertarian, I voted Green, I voted Constitution, I voted Republican, I voted all different ways. And I'll tell you something, I didn't vote against anyone. I know a lot of people who believed all the nonsense with Hillary, and they voted against Hillary by voting for Trump. Let's just take this logic. Here's a man, cheated on his wives, failed businesses, known hypocrite, known con artist. Here's a woman, Secretary of State, Senator. People love and know and respect this woman. Why the fuck would you vote for Donald Trump? Why would you do that? And I'm swearing, yes, I'm swearing in this stream, so too bad. I'm just so tired of people not understanding that you cannot tell me how my hand can move via a law. If you can't do that, then you cannot legislate anything about someone's body, except for things that they can inject inside of them, like drugs and stuff. But that's an external thing. It's not a biological thing. I don't understand it. My brain hurts. Why are we doing this to ourselves? I don't understand. As someone who's a loving, peaceful, sort of, I might disagree with someone, but I'm not gonna just knock on them forever and forever. But if you're still a Trump supporter, something's wrong with you. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Something is wrong with you if you know how Trump is and you still support him. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. If you initially voted for him believing that he would bring change and blah, 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 that's arguable, okay? But if you're still with him after all of this anti-American, anti-rights stuff that he's been doing, I'm sorry, but you're a traitor, basically, whether you realize it or not. And I think the sad fact of the matter is a lot of people don't see it that way. They think that he's a big savior. It's like, no, dude, no, just no. And yeah, I do get political in my streams. If you guys are new to that, then apologize for the shock. Well, actually, I don't, because I don't have to be sorry for this free country. But like, if you wanted me to say I was a woman, right? Just hear me out here for a minute. If I was a woman in the United States right now, I would be checking out, passport situations, and I would be seeing how to get out of this place, because this place is turning into a theocracy, weird thing where people don't have rights over their own bodies. It's really scary, actually. And it hasn't always been this way. Kids these days, they think it's always been this way and Donald Trump is just another president. No. Donald Trump is an anomaly. He's like a cancerous growth of an anomaly on this country. And I'm not saying this as a Democrat, because I'm not a Democrat. I'm saying this as a person with a functioning brain. We've known about Donald Trump around this area for decades. His sister was a judge in Philadelphia. Where's Philadelphia? Oh, right, Pennsylvania. Where am I? Oh, yeah, Pennsylvania. Like, for real. We're like, why did you guys believe that he would do anything? He's like bankrupted multiple different businesses that he's gone into. And I have to think that maybe he did it to launder money? I don't know. Someone has something on him. And that's how he's always acted. He's always acted like someone has dirt on him. So he goes out on the offensive. That's classic Trump. And it's I don't know, it's kind of sad that all this stuff is going on. It really is. And if you support Donald Trump, you should be ashamed of yourself, because you're basically the modern day equivalent of a Nazi, trying to tell people how to control their bodies. It's just all kinds of overreach and attack on civil liberties. It really is. You don't need to. I don't care what your opinion is on, like, marriage equality. I don't care. If you, once you trample on one person's rights, you trample on everyone's rights. And it's really sad that I have to spell this out for people a lot of the time. I'll get into these fairly heated debates online, Twitter, not really on Facebook, because people know not to really cross me on Facebook, because they know I'll tear them to shreds with facts. But on Twitter, where people are just doing their thing, it's sad and pathetic and terrible, and you don't have to agree, but you cannot tell people how to functionalize their bodies. That interfere. Where's my axe? Didn't I have an axe before? Oh, there it is up there. Right. Okay, let's try that. I was going to say, didn't I have an axe? I have an axe to grind. But like in Washington and politics in general, there's no, like, everything is just one extreme or the other, it just seems, you know? There's no, like, middle ground people anymore. It's all just extremists that are screaming at us. And I'm kind of like getting fatigued, you know? Like, why can't we live and let live? Why do I have to go to church with you? I don't want to go to church. I don't want to go to the synagogue. Why do I have to go with you? Why do you think I have to agree with you? You know, just, yeah, really? Stop trying to make people agree with you via weird, abusive laws. You know, like, seriously. You don't need to force people to agree with you, because if you have to force people to agree with you, you're doing something wrong. If you have to twist people's arms into submission, then you're doing it wrong. Like, for real, like, legit. Trust me, I'm a stepdad. I know about this. If you have to argue about it, then you're wrong. Just say, look, this isn't safe. We're not doing it anymore. Blah, blah, blah. And I'll tell you something right now. Women aren't going to stop getting abortions if they choose or figure out that they can't have this child. Okay? They're not going to stop just because there's some law. It didn't stop people to begin with, and it won't stop people now. What it will stop is it being safe and affordable, and have people having, you know, if something goes wrong, right now, you can take someone to court if they do it wrong. But under these laws, you go to court if you do it at all, which is just like, it just bends my mind. It really does. Like, come on, we can do better than this. We're better than this. Maybe not, then. Maybe not. I care so much about people, not just equal rights and pay and Me Too and all that. I don't just care about that stuff. I care about people. And when you stop caring about people, then you're lost. You're lost. Once you stop caring, you're lost. You really are. And there are so many lost people right now that just don't get it. That the idea is to care for people, not to attack them, not to make it feel like their life is less. If you're frustrated because of the economy, don't blame immigrants. There's been immigrants into this country since the very beginning, since before it was a country. Please, spare me your nonsense. Please. I've heard all the arguments. And if you're a Christian, I have to ask you, what happened to Christ's message of love? Well, they shouldn't be doing that. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so Jesus said that people in the Bible, okay, hear me out, that people will be judged by God, blah, 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 blah. They didn't, the language in the Bible does not mean or say or explain for you to go and persecute someone that in your view is not doing things the way that you think they should be done. That's not anything that is being said in the Bible at all. Nowhere does it say that. It says to, feed the poor. I'm poor. I struggle to eat. And there are some people who are fine with that I struggle to find food sometimes. Before I met my girlfriend, and with her amazing cooking, oh my gosh, I've learned how to cook and do all this crazy, amazing stuff in the kitchen because of my girlfriend. And there are people that would look at our relationship and see it where I'm using her for something, but I'm not. These laws, when you vote, it freaking matters. It affects me. The person that you're listening to yap about this stuff for 10 hours. You don't have to watch my stream. You don't have to agree with me. But you can't argue that there are some laws that just go too far. Too far. And a lot of them are pushed by Republicans to restrict people's rights. And if you have proof otherwise, show me it. Otherwise, you don't have an argument against that. Sorry, not sorry kind of thing. But I stand in solidarity with the women of these states that are being attacked like this. It's pathetic. We can do better than this. We have to do better than this. Whatever happened to loving thy neighbor? When you see someone, what is your first thing? What's the first thing? Is it a criticizing thing? Is it a negative thing? Or is it a curious thing, like what's going on with them? Is it what's that first inkling when you see anyone? Do you see an us and them? If you see them when you look at someone, why? They're us too. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out for the life of me. I really can't. I can't even. I simply cannot even. Anyway. Oh, sorry. My tuchus is starting to hurt a little bit. Folding chair. I have another one right here. You guys want to come join me? Oh, in case if someone's wondering what my shirt says, it actually says, it's a Where's Waldo shirt. It says, dude, I'm right here. And I'm allowed to wear the shirt because I found him in all the Where's Waldo books. So I know the stream has only been an hour and a half, but I'm really frustrated. I'm frustrated with what's going on in the world right now. I'm frustrated with what's going on in my country right now. And it really upsets me that people are creating these divides that aren't actually there. You know, Abraham Lincoln once famously said that a house divided against itself cannot stand. And there are people who are like, that's a good idea. Are you really going to let them scare you into screwing this country over permanently? Like, I got news for you. Like, we only have one planet to live on, and we have to share it with everyone else. What is that thing about being selfish? If you look in the Bible, I'm not a religious person. I don't believe in any of that stuff, okay? But there is a lot of really excellent lessons in the Bible. There's a lot of really good sermons that I've heard about, you know, even this one sermon I heard one time. I'll tell you guys about this. It's about hope, and it's about finding hope. So back in the day, long time ago, farmers did not sow in a row. They didn't put seeds in a row. They just kind of tossed the seeds out in the dirt. And some of them would grow and some of them wouldn't, and blah, 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 blah. But there's definitely going to be a path down, maybe down the middle of the field. And even if no matter how much grain you throw there to sprout and grow a crop, it's not going to take hold there because it's so compacted, the roots can't even dig into it, so on and so forth. But you know, life is simple and complicated at the same time. We don't know why we're here, and I'm okay with not knowing why we're here. Okay, I'm glad that we're here, but I'm not happy with the decisions we've made. Is like, instead of it going on the part in the middle of the field where it's really trampled down and really compacted and the roots can't get in there, it's like we're putting the seed over on the concrete where there's no cracks or anything for any of the seed to take root, for it to grow food. And you know, I come in here and I see such beautiful things in the world. I see such amazing, oh, there's 2 diamonds there. I didn't even know that. Put that there. I see such beautiful, beautiful things in the world. I have seen such incredible, wonderful things in my life. Things that really kind of blow my mind when I think about it. Why can't we keep that world? Why do we need to force people to do this, that, and the other thing? What is the benefit of forcing people to follow what you think should be done when there's huge evidence that the way that you think it should be done is just not correct? Not opinion, but fact, evidence-based. Why do people ignore evidence that says what they're doing is wrong? If I do this, Are my crops going to grow? No. Nope. You actually have to take the time and work it into the land. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes a willingness to have an open mind. Now, when I say open mind, I don't mean I accept everything at first hand, because that's just being gullible and you know, directionless. A lot of people think that having an open mind means you just are accepting of everything. That's not having an open mind. That's just being a patsy or something. Having an open mind means that you learn about things that you may not be comfortable with or may not agree with, and you educate yourself about the facts. Dang it. Not on opinion, but on facts. Because when you take feelings out of the equation, a lot can get done. A lot of positive, incredible, amazing things can get done when you take your own personal opinion out of things. When you learn that your view of things is not the view, it is a view. But like I said, not everything can be opinions, even though everyone is allowed an opinion. Not everything can be an opinion. Why is that? Well, the sun's not purple, for example. It's a yellow star based on our, you know, which wavelengths that we can view. I mean, I'm sure there's someone out there that has a color, you know, sight deficiency where it does look purple or something. That's possible. But when we use opinions as sort of argument fuel, we're not going to get anywhere. Because your opinion is just as good as mine. But the difference is that my opinion is fact informed. And it's not because you're wrong, it's just because you don't know. And you can't demonize people for disagreeing with you just because they have another point of view, you know? And that's where we are. That's where we are. Where this is a fundamental struggle of, if you feel that your opinion must become law, and my opinion is illegal, that's dangerous, stupid, scary, counterproductive, wrong, just wrong. Wrong. And acting ugly towards people, anyone, acting ugly towards anyone, what does that serve? What purpose does that serve? To try and intimidate someone, what purpose does that serve? What is the point of gladly introducing negativity into people's lives? What is the point of this? You really have to ask yourself. I've asked myself some really tough questions. And trust me, you know, you can give yourself a break and say, well, I didn't know, or blah, 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 blah. No. You know, my definition of maturity is when you find out information that is contrary to the idea that you have. Like, I don't want to think about a world without Grumpy Cat in it. Rest in peace, Grumpy Cat. Now, a mature person would be like, no, there can't be any Grumpy Cat. Grumpy Cat's still here, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but they're not. She's gone. We start making laws based on feelings and opinions versus facts, and then have these severe penalties, you're going the wrong direction. I'll just put it that way. You know how that hide and seek thing where we tell someone if they're hot or cold, they're getting closer or further away from something. We are so cold right now. We are so cold. And I don't know if we'll ever warm up. I hope we can. I think we might be able to. But prospects aren't looking great. One sec. So anyway, I just want to thank you guys for listening to me ramble on and hearing me out. If you don't like what I have to say, that's fine. You don't have to agree. But thank you all for tuning in today. And I need to make myself some lunch right now. Please think about what I've said, though. You matter, and you matter, and you over there, you matter too. And if you think I'm not pointing at you, I am. You matter, but you don't matter more than anyone else. And your opinion, made into law, means that you matter more than someone else. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Love yourself. Love everyone around you. Kindness always. Peace.